Folks, remember fun? Remember whimsy? I don't. So today we're gonna reclaim it by making some Rubik's Cube side tables. Welcome to Laugh Cry DIY. I am Katie, and I am excited because today we are kicking off a new DIY project for a fun upcoming room makeover. Can you believe? And for that room makeover, we need the one thing that everybody needs in a room makeover, and that is Rubik's Cube side tables. So we are turning to our good old friend, the IKEA Eket cabinet. Whew. These are classic little storage cabinets. They come in a few sizes. They come in a few different finishes. They have a great little push front door, ASMR. So they are the perfect shape, great little functional storage, but of course we need to give them a fun, whimsical, nostalgic makeover and turn this into two separate Rubik's Cubes. But before we do that, we have a what? Moment of hell. And that is simply that I want all four sides of these to be solid. Unfortunately, the back has just a faux back and it's lame. So before we paint and design, we have to fill those in with a very thin piece of just hardboard. So I am simply going to trace this out, and this is so thin, I can literally just cut it out and score it with a nice sharp blade. And the key is to make sure you have it nicely scored and just go over and over it. And then eventually, there's your square. Also, this gets a little bit chippy and particly, so actually better to wear a mask. Best sound. Okay, before we get this on, before we paint, we have to sand everything smooth, including this. FYI, IKEA furniture is often made coated with melamine, which is not wood. It is a kind of non-porous material. So you need a specific type of glue and you need to sand it to rough it up to make primer and other things that stick. Okay, more mask. Oh, really quick, let's just do a fit check here to make sure that we look perfect, beautiful, love it. All right, sand more. And you can see here, I'm just scuffing up the surface really mildly to create those little grooves so that paint will stick. Alrighty, looking good. Oh, by the way, if you noticed, there's a funky little wood white spot right there. That's because I'm just like you and I mess up IKEA furniture installation and I put this in the wrong way and I couldn't get it out, so I had to fix my mistake. Don't worry about it, don't look at it. Next up, we are just gonna wipe these down with a cloth to get all that dust off before we start prepping. Ooh, so satisfying. Alrighty, next up, we are going to glue the backs of these on. Now, as I mentioned, IKEA furniture is not wood. It's not very porous. So we have to use not wood glue to put this on. We're gonna use E6000, which is like a contact cement. We're just gonna run this all along the rim of both of these. And I'm just lining those right up on the first one and on the second one. And I'm gonna weight these down so that that seals really nicely. All right, we're back, we're sanded, we're ready to be primed. And pro tip, if you're painting something on a drop cloth like this, it's helpful to get a little bit of elevation so that you don't just paint straight onto the drop cloth or get your paintbrush stuck. So I'm just gonna add these little tiles right underneath as a little way to prop it up. Just a little helpful thing. Next up, I'm going in with a Kills primer. This is a primer designed to stick to many surfaces, including things like this, which are non-porous. And we're going in on all four sides. All right, party people, we are nicely primed, and now it is time to get these bad boys nice and black. The cubes are beautiful, black. Black is my heart. And now we need to get the squares on for the Rubik's Cube pieces. And that means we have to measure out and tape all those little squares. And that means it took me a lot of measuring to do that, but I figured out the right dimensions. So we are just going to trace these on and tape them off. So I'm using this white chalk pencil, which is really great because it easily erases if you mess up like I just did. And I do want to point out that I even did the cabinet front in the square pattern because I wanted to create as much consistency as possible. But now it is time to tape these off with all of our painter's tape. And now it is time to introduce today's beautiful color palette. Now, one of the big reasons I wanted to make these and hand paint them was to be able to control the color palette. Obviously, a regular Rubik's Cube has a very specific color palette, but we wanted to make this vibe more with the room, more with the space. So I tweaked the colors a little bit, and now we are going to color them all in. However, one note, when you're working with a light shade like yellow and you're going from a dark to a light, it's best to prime it white and then do yellow. So we're gonna have to prime some of these squares, go back in, do you care? Should we just time lapse? All right, guys, a million coats later, they are looking beautiful and we are ready for tape pulling. I also have some leftover marks from the chalk pencil, so I'm just easily buffing those out. All right, they're looking good. I do have a few little touch-ups to do here and there, but overall it's looking great. And we are gonna hit it with this beautiful polyurethane water-based top coat for a little bit more durability, but that's clear, so there's no reason to show you. So I think we can fast forward to your final reveal. Okay, guys, I'm not gonna lie, this came out even funner than I imagined. I love the color scheme. We chose these colors, again, very intentionally. I think it's such a fun, playful thing. Obviously, we made two, so you can use them as individual side tables or stack them like this for a fun kind of plant stand display moment. But I will say, I really love the little hit of whimsy. I want more whimsy in all of our homes. And I'm excited for you guys to see the final resting place. So, until next time, stay cool, stay fun, don't lose your sense of childlike whimsy, even when being an adult sucks. Okay, bye.